Hi everyone, welcome to Boat 2025. Welcome to the BRABUS stand. Let me show you our newest member of the BRABUS 1200 family, the BRABUS 1200 Crosstop. Jump with me on board. To give you a first very brief overview of the boat, let's walk around the boat and then let's go into the details and show you all the new features of the BRABUS 1200 Crosstop. As you already might know from the 1200 family, this boat is powered by triple 400 Mercury Racing engines. It's a 45-footer and, to my opinion, the perfect day boat to go out and take out your family. The good and the new feature about the Crosstop is that we have the best of two worlds. We have the open aft part of the cabin, very similar to the Suntop, but we have the closed front and helm of the cross cabin. You can take this boat out, I think, especially due to the closed helm, in pretty much any condition, but you can still enjoy the open roofs and the open aft when you have a sunny and a beautiful day. Coming to the front of the boat, we have a big seating arrangement. You can fit 2 people. And we have additional cushions up on the gullwing doors, so you can also use this as a sunbathing area. So, and this front seating arrangement is quite spacious. So with me, almost 2 meters tall, I can sit here perfectly and enjoy a boat ride up on the front of the boat. One super cool feature of the 1200 family are the gullwing doors up on the front cabin. So we have the option to open the front cabin on both sides through these gullwing doors and enable the front cabin, which is usually a bit of a dark black hole where you stuff your clothes and features in, opens up the front cabin to make it a more social space. So you can open both gullwing doors and enjoy shade, but still being part of the full environment. There you go. And for sure, a super cool feature when you run into the marinas, you have your gullwing doors open. I think not too many boats have these. One of the features and differentiation to the base product, the Axopar 45, is that you have the option of getting your BRABUS Shadow boats fully painted. In this case, we have a graphite black color and silver upholstery, a super cool mix, and I think it really resembles the BRABUS colors very well. But you're free to choose from a wide range of colors that we offer for upholstery and for the paint. As we are still an automotive-inspired company, we try to bring a lot of automotive features and looks to our boats, and this you can find throughout the full Helm stand. So, big carbon fiber accessories to the boat, a nice carbon fiber plate down here, and very nice BRABUS lettering, so you always know what you're driving. The whole Helm is very driver focused, so we try to have the big 2 plotters here just for the driver, so if you drive, you can have all your settings that you need here, and at the same time, we have 2 additional displays, which are for the co-driver. So you're free to, for example, move the camera or set the music that you want to listen to while driving. One super cool feature on this boat is the LumiShore app and the LumiShore setup that we have for the onboard lighting. So entering the LumiShore app, you have an overview of different modes. So you can set different light moods and settings throughout the boat. So we have things like night vision, relax, funky would just change the RGB colors, kind of matching the music. But we also have one very cool mode, which is the BRABUS mode. And entering or activating the BRABUS mode will dim all lights and set them into a red setup. So matching, let's say, the BRABUS color of black and red, and also matching, of course, the accents on this boat. Super cool feature, and especially very cool, I think, at night driving when the boat is fully illuminated in red. Coming over to the right plotter, we try to really focus on the driving essentials when it comes to the information the driver needs. So we have a BRABUS-specific mode displaying your Shadow 1200 here, so a clone of the boat that you're actually driving in color and trim, and all the relevant data that you need beneath it. So we have the engine RPMs, we have your fuel, your fresh water, your battery power, your heading, but all in a very minimalistic way so the driver can focus on driving the boat and just having the information right in front of his head. Moving back from the 3 Helm seats, we have a very nice seating arrangement here. So we have forward-facing bench, which can accommodate 5 or up to 5 people. And we have a second bench across from it, also accommodating 3 to 4 people. And a big, nice table in the middle between, which is giving you, and let me pull these quickly out, a super cool seating arrangement for dinner out on the water with family and friends. Super cool feature, and if you want to, of course, accommodate your family and friends, is our wet bar. So you have a stove with 2 cooking options. You have a sink in here, so you're free to accommodate your guests while being at anchor, playing nice music, with some food, drinks from the fridges. We have 2 very big sliding fridges here beneath the wet bar to accommodate drinks and everything that needs to be cooled during a hot day out on water. On the opposite side of your wet bar, we added big storage compartments for anything that you need to have close up on deck during a long day on the water. So we have this top one, we have the bottom one right beneath it. So a lot of storage space for anything, swimming goggles to maybe plates or anything that you might need during a nice stay. One super cool feature that we introduced on the 45 or the BRABUS 1200 is our touchscreens up here on top. These are a direct takeover from our BRABUS cars, and they offer you, as a passenger sitting on the back, all the information that you want to have about the boat, heading and speed. For example, we could have the boat speed here, you could have the radio player here, and the RPM of the engines here, but you're free to use your finger and, for example, change to heading or change to water temperature. So very cool feature, sitting on the back seats, going full speed, and you have your 50, 55 plus knots up here while driving and not disturbing the driver. Another super cool feature are our twin sunroofs on the 1200. So we have almost 2 by 2 meters big sunroof here on the back. So opening this up gives you almost, let's say, a speedster feeling when it comes to the setup. So sitting here, you can enjoy the sun, but at the same time, if it's too much of the sun, you just close the 2 sunroofs and you have a very nice shade on the boats. As a standard, every BRABUS 1200 is accommodated with a very luxurious and big front cabin. So follow me through to show you all the features up in here. So jumping into the front cabin, you see how spacious this actually is. And me at almost 2 meters, I can almost stand in here, so I would say 99% of the boat users are able to use this front cabin very well. We try to bring a lot of automotive inspirations from our BRABUS cars also into this front cabin. And this, I think, follows through the whole setup of this cabin. So we have a lot of dark wood combined with carbon fiber accents. We have BRABUS specific leather. We have leather up on top here on the shelves, and of course big storage. And also the drawers are with leather flooring. So this is storage number 1. You have the same drawer down here, or not a drawer, but a foldable hatch for additional storage. Then, if we move around here, another big door that you can open. So very easy accessible fuse box, but also a lot of storage to store your luggage and your belongings. Then moving around this way, we have our big toilet and the shower. So in the end, a wet cabin, of course. So also here, I'm almost standing up straight. So shower heads on this side, a nice black sink here, and of course the toilet on this side, small window and additional storage here on the shelf. Following through, next to the restroom, we have a big cabinet with a top-loader fridge. So especially when you're in bed, you don't have a long way to go to the fridge outside, but you can store your drinks, water right next to your bed here. And below in this cabinet, we have one big opening door, and this is room for additional storage space and your lockbox or your safe. Coming to the front of the boat, we do have a very nice and comfortable bed. We have BRABUS quilting around the bed in leather, leather quilting up here on top, leather here, and indirect lighting around here, so you have got very nice ambience when it comes to dimming the lights and going to bed. And to give you a feeling of the size of this bed, if I get in here, I can comfortably lay in this bed, and we still have a roughly 20 centimeters towards the end of the bed. So we have a length of 2 meters 10, 2 meters 20, so you can accommodate 2 people very easily. In all Brabus boats, you see a lot of love for details, and it's things that you find maybe in the smallest upholstery parts, like this seating cushion. So we have our triangular shapes here, very decent red lining and black leather, and this combination you can find throughout the whole boat. So it's especially when it comes to the front and the back cabin, you'll see that this is designed with a lot of love for detail and a lot of love for handmade and craftsmanship. This 1200 crosstop is also equipped with the optional aft cabin, and opening this up gives you a very nice second sleeping option. So follow me inside. So this is the aft cabin of the BRABUS 1200 crosstop, and this is an optional equipment, so you can add this aft cabin to your standard 1200 to accommodate 2 more people very comfortably. And if you take a look at this cabin, you of course see, as we've seen it in the front cabin, the BRABUS interior design language. So we have a lot of leather on the walls, big quilting, of course, in our triangular shapes, 2 big mattresses, I think 2 meters 10 by 140, so enough space for 2 people to be accommodated in here. And as we've seen in the front cabin, a lot of carbon fiber features to really have this sporty, luxurious feeling that we want to have in our Brabus products. In addition to that, of course, here there's the option for a second restroom. So we have a toilet in here, quite small compartment, but most people are very well or should be able to fit in here. But this can also be a locker if you don't need the second toilet option of this boat. And then a super cool feature, I think, is our very big glass window towards the back of the boat, which exposes the 400s, and especially when you're driving and down here in this aft cabin, it's a super nice feature to see the boat drive, to see the engines at full power, and it's still a very quiet room, even though you're driving the boat or while driving the boat, and a super cool feature to enjoy a bit of shade while going from A to B on a longer trip. Walking towards the aft of this 1200 cross cabin, we have another very cool feature, which is hidden here, because we have an electric grill. So besides the stoves that we have in the middle of the boat, we have an additional grill, an additional sink, and an additional top-loader fridge here to store more drinks, utilities, and have the option to have a barbecue outside on the water. Coming over to this side of the boat, of course, we do have additional storage space right here for fenders, ropes, and whatever you need. The biggest feature of the aft, as I think, is the top of our aft cabin. It's a super cool and large sunbathing area. I think easily accommodating 3 people. So a very nice place to actually sit while the boat is driving and watching our 400s run at full power. When it comes to the size of this, if we move the pillows up again, just to give you guys an example of how big this is, I'm easily fitting onto the sunbed here. So I would say 1, 2, 3, at maximum 4 people can easily fit on this sunbathing area here on the 1200 crosstop. And as every Brabus product, of course, the 1200 is all about power as well. And this 1200 cross cabin, as all the 1200s, is powered by 400s. So we have the 400 Mercury Racing engines on this boat, giving it, of course, a total of 1200 horsepower and pushing the Brabus 1200 crosstop to 50 plus knots on the water. Throughout the whole boat, you find a lot of love for detail. And it shows in things like the quilted Brabus writing up on top of the pillows, Brabus badging on the seats. So this is saying BRABUS Masterpiece Black Ops Edition, as this is the design of this full boat. Specific flooring with BRABUS Shadow 1200 writing on the flooring, and coming up to the front, of course, the Brabus specific sign of excellence that you can find on all Brabus boats. And this is also with the signature of Konstantin Buschmann, our CEO. More details on the 1200 are, for example, the carbon fiber backrests on the seats, or even small things like the BRABUS flags or labels on every one of the driver's seats. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the BRABUS 1200 crosstop that we have here on display on boat 2025. I hope I could answer a lot of your questions, show you all the features about this boat, and I hope to see you on one of these very soon on the water. Enjoy the day.